The United States Constitution stands as the supreme law of the land. It is the bedrock upon which our entire legal and political system is built, providing a framework for governance and a shield for our liberties. This principle is enshrined in the Supremacy Clause, a critical component that ensures the Constitution's authority is respected and upheld across the nation. It declares that the Constitution, federal laws, and treaties are superior to any conflicting state laws. This hierarchy is essential for maintaining a cohesive legal system. This principle is fundamental to the very structure of our nation. It creates a unified legal framework that binds all states together under a common set of rules and principles. It ensures uniformity and prevents chaos. Without it, each state could potentially operate under its own set of laws, leading to confusion and inconsistency. Without the Supremacy Clause, the Union would unravel. The states would be like pieces of a puzzle that no longer fit together, each going its own way. States could simply ignore federal laws they disliked. This is something that has been happening with issues like immigration and marijuana. One is an issue the federal government has the power to regulate, and the other is not. This has led to a fractured and ineffective government, unable to function as a cohesive entity. The very idea of a united nation is in jeopardy. The Supremacy Clause is not merely a technicality. It is a vital safeguard of our liberties, ensuring that the fundamental rights enshrined in the Constitution are protected against infringement. It is a vital safeguard of our liberties. It acts as a bulwark against any attempts to erode the freedoms guaranteed to every citizen. It ensures that the rights guaranteed by the Constitution cannot be undermined by individual states. This protection is crucial for maintaining the integrity of the founding principles. This is particularly crucial when it comes to the Bill of Rights, including the Second Amendment. This right is the cornerstone of our society and must be preserved. The Second Amendment protects an individual's right to keep and bear arms. This right is deeply rooted in our history and culture, reflecting the values of self-reliance and personal responsibility. This right is fundamental to a free people. It embodies the spirit of independence and the belief that citizens should have the means to defend themselves against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. It serves as a deterrent against tyranny. A well-armed populace is a check against the rise of oppressive regimes, ensuring that power remains with the people. The Founding Fathers understood this well. They had experienced firsthand the dangers of a government that oversteps its bounds and sought to prevent such abuses in the future. They had just fought a revolution against an oppressive government. Their experiences shaped their belief in the necessity of a well-armed citizenry. They knew that a well-armed citizenry was essential to maintaining liberty. The ability to bear arms was seen as a fundamental right that would help safeguard freedom. The Second Amendment was not included in the Bill of Rights by accident. It was a deliberate and necessary provision, reflecting the founders' commitment to individual freedoms. It was intended to ensure that the people would always have the means to defend themselves against any threat to their freedom, whether from within or without. The Supremacy Clause, therefore, plays a vital role in protecting our Second Amendment rights. It ensures that these rights are not subject to the whims of corrupt politicians at any level of government. It ensures that no jurisdiction can enact laws that infringe upon this fundamental right. This uniformity is crucial for preserving the integrity of our national legal system. Any attempt to do so would be a direct violation of the Constitution. The Supremacy Clause acts as a guardian, ensuring that the Constitution prevails in protecting our rights. The Second Amendment, like all parts of the Bill of Rights, is not a suggestion. It is a binding commitment to the principles of freedom and self-defense. It is not open to interpretation or negotiation. The rights it guarantees are clear and unequivocal, forming the foundation of our constitutional republic. It is the supreme law of the land. The Constitution, with its Supremacy Clause, ensures that our rights and freedoms are protected, providing a stable and just framework for our nation. The Supremacy Clause plays a critical role in resolving conflicts between state and federal laws. This clause, found in Article 6, Clause 2 of the U.S. Constitution, establishes that the Constitution, federal laws made pursuant to it, and treaties made under its authority, constitute the supreme law of the land. When such conflicts arise, the Supremacy Clause makes clear that the Constitution first and then federal law takes precedence. This means that if a state law contradicts a federal law, the federal law will override the state law, ensuring a unified legal framework across the country. This principle is essential to maintaining order and consistency in our legal system. Without it, the United States would face a chaotic legal landscape where each state could potentially operate under vastly different rules and regulations. Without the Supremacy Clause, we would have a patchwork of conflicting laws across the nation. Each state could enact laws that contradict those of its neighbors, leading to confusion and legal uncertainty for citizens and businesses alike. This would create confusion, undermine the rule of law, and ultimately weaken the fabric of our union. Citizens would struggle to understand their rights and obligations, and businesses would face significant challenges in operating across state lines. Consider, for example, the issue of firearms regulation. This is a contentious topic with strong opinions on both sides, and it highlights the importance of the Supremacy Clause in maintaining a consistent legal standard. Some states may attempt to enact strict gun control measures, infringing on the rights of their residents in the name of safety. These measures might include waiting periods, outright bans, or restrictions on certain types of firearms. However, the Second Amendment, as interpreted by the Supreme Court, clearly protects an individual's right to keep and bear arms. This interpretation sets a federal standard that all states must adhere to, regardless of their individual preferences. Therefore, any law that infringes upon this right would be unconstitutional under the Supremacy Clause. This ensures that the fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution are upheld across the entire nation. The Founding Fathers recognized that a strong constitution was necessary to protect individual liberty. They understood that, without a strong constitution, the new nation could easily fall into disarray and conflict. They also understood that the potential for government overreach was a constant threat. To address this, they designed a system of checks and balances, with the Supremacy Clause playing a key role in maintaining this balance. The Supremacy Clause, therefore, strikes a delicate balance. It ensures that the federal government has the power to act decisively on matters of national importance, as long as it doesn't conflict with the Constitution, while also protecting the rights of states to govern within their own borders. This is crucial in times of national crisis, such as during wars, economic downturns, or public health emergencies. Simultaneously, it prevents states from encroaching upon the fundamental rights of citizens. This dual function of the Supremacy Clause helps to maintain a balance between federal authority and state sovereignty. The Supremacy Clause acts as a safeguard against tyranny. By ensuring that federal law prevails in conflicts with state law, it prevents any single state from imposing its will on the rest of the country. It prevents states from becoming mini-despots. This protection is vital in preserving the principles upon which the United States was founded. It ensures that the rights and liberties enumerated in the Constitution are protected throughout the nation. This uniform protection is essential for maintaining the integrity of our constitutional republic. This principle is as relevant today as it was when the Constitution was written. In an increasingly interconnected and complex world, the need for a consistent legal framework is more important than ever. It serves as a constant reminder that the ultimate source of authority in our system of government rests with the people and the document they ordained to protect their liberties. The Supremacy Clause is a testament to the enduring wisdom of the Founding Fathers and their vision for a united yet diverse nation. The Second Amendment to the United States Constitution stands as a bulwark against tyranny, a safeguard that ensures the freedom and security of the nation. It guarantees the right of the people to keep and bear arms, a right that is fundamental to the preservation of liberty. This right is not granted by government, nor can it be taken away by any legislative decree. It is an inherent right endowed by our Creator, a natural right that exists independently of any government or constitution. The Second Amendment merely recognizes and protects this pre-existing right, ensuring that it remains secure. The Founding Fathers understood that a well-armed citizenry was essential to a free state, a necessary check against potential abuses of power. They had just faced an oppressive government, a struggle that underscored the importance of being able to defend oneself. They knew firsthand the dangers of a disarmed populace, having experienced the tyranny that can arise when the people are powerless. They recognized that the right to bear arms serves as a deterrent against tyranny, both foreign and domestic, a means of ensuring that freedom is not easily taken away. The Second Amendment ensures that the people will always have the same means of defense as the government. This is to ensure that the government answers to the people, not the other way around. The founders expected the citizens to be able to defend against any threat to their freedoms. How are they able to do that if the government had better weapons than the citizens were allowed to possess? The Constitution forbids any regulation from any level of government on a citizen's fundamental rights. Our rights did not come from government, and thus the government has no power to infringe on our rights. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Stay frosty, my friends. Keep your head down and your powder dry.